Juan Martinez. We're from Dallas, and I have a FreeSolo OG. Yeah, so this propane tank holder, we got it off Etsy, and it's custom made and it has this really cool little flame logo on it. This is just a 5-pound propane tank because, you know, the 20-pound was just really too much for what we needed. My wife found this giant toolbox, and I love it so much because it just stores everything we need. And then, like, in the toolbox, I have a tool bag with actual tools in it, and we keep like extra little tents and extra towing equipment in case we need any backup. This is just a battery that came with the FreeSolo. We haven't needed to upgrade, and because we have a hybrid Jeep, and we'll talk more about that later. I added this cutoff switch. I actually followed DIY Outdoor Life's cutoff switch video to install it. I used a really big gauge wire only because I already had the wire, and wire is really expensive. So, and then we like to have our picnic and cooking under an exterior setup. So we don't like to do it in the galley or anything like that. So we set up this separate big Agnes. We actually got it. It was used on REI with the REI membership. So it was only like $40 for this little tent here. So this is a little mushroom cap that I 3D printed, and it's to hold up the awning. And I'll show you how I use it inside the ARB room in a second. Yeah, so this is the ARB room as you purchase it, and the ARB awning. If you take a look at the wall against the Bushwhacker, it's just a closed wall. You can unzip it to get access to the Bushwhacker, but it's not as convenient as it could be. And
it's sealed off, but it's oversized and doesn't really fit the room, but still makes a nice, even from the factory, it's a really nice addition to a teardrop.
Yeah. And this is the modded ARB room, and you can see against the Bushwhacker, the door is free to open, the fender is fitted, and it's not airtight, but it's pretty close. So when we run the AC inside the Bushwhacker, we keep this door open actually, and it cools the ARB room a little bit too. We have a fan inside here because right now we have shore power at this site, and we keep our little fridge, our Iceco fridge, inside here too. And if you look up here, there's the 3D printed mushroom cap.
Okay, so what we're doing, instead of using a tennis ball, you have a nicer solution that actually looks like it's threading onto the rod. Do you have one of those STL files?
Yeah, I do. It's on thingiverse.com.
You'll have to post, send it to me and I'll post it in the description.
Cool. Yeah, so with the ARB room mod that Sam does, we have to take off the step, but we bought this little step stool so that we can still get inside pretty easily. We like to use a sleeping bag instead of a bed sheet. It kind of keeps us warm, and we can sleep on top of it if it's not too cold, or sleep inside of it if it is cold. And it's a double person sleeping bag that we just got on Amazon. One thing I really like, in addition to just a couple of regular pillows, we have a headboard pillow here, and you can lay down on it when it's at this angle, and then you can put it up like this, and you can sit back inside the Bushwhacker when it's up like this, and it makes it really comfortable. And then one mod we did, so this is the, is it Milliard?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 6-inch Milliard mattress. Super comfortable. We love sleeping on this. And if I fold this up, we sliced right through the door, the storage door, so that we can just access the headroom area of it.
I love it.
Yeah, without having to unfold the whole bed. We still use the other ones for emergency items, the rest of the storage, but mostly it's just stuff we're not going to need on a regular camping trip. My wife, because there's an air gap here, we use the Reflectex to kind of, to keep the cold away from while we're sleeping. One last thing is we bought, it's the same carpet that's on the floor here. My wife put a little trim around it, and she just cut out a shape here, and then we just use a couple of suction cups to keep it on.
Whoa, very innovative. And I see she carpeted the headspace too.
Oh yeah, we carpeted that. The plan is to carpet the entire top, and then that'll add some like noise canceling, just a little
Sure,
bit.
helps with
Yeah.
condensation. It's all overall, it's nice.
Right here on the ARB room pole, we got this little hook from Daiso, which is a Japanese. It's a little Japanese dollar store, but they have a camping section year round, and so they have a lot of cool little items, and that's where we got this clamp. And then this light is just from REI, and we like to hang our trash bag and put an emergency light right
Yeah,
here.
it's a Goal Zero crush light.
Yeah. Yeah, we really like this light actually. So the galley is not impressive, but it's very useful. We took out the whole kitchen and everything, and we actually call it the trunk now. That toolbox in the front is pretty heavy, especially with all the stuff we put in there. So we made this just a trunk area because I like to cook outside of the galley. I don't really like to cook inside of here like this.
I love it, and it's something that I'm talking more and more about on the channel now that I'm also using the hiker trailer, where we've kind of removed the kitchen from the back because it's not for everyone, but when you're using the camper a lot, one of the things that's pretty common is for people to just move back to like a backpacking setup on a table.
Yeah,
So storage.
yeah, especially because I like to grill instead of just using gas stoves, and I don't want to do a wood fire or coal fire inside the galley.
Close it up and make it a smoker.
But I can put a portable grill inside of here and then unload it and put it under the big Agnes tent.
I personally love what you did. I think this is a great, turning the galley into a trunk is pretty smart.
Yeah, thanks.
So one major thing that I definitely want to show, because it's been very impressive, but let's talk about your tow vehicle for a second.
Yeah, so this is a 2024 Jeep 4xe. The 4xe is electric, but it's really a plug-in hybrid. So you can see on the other side there, the Jeep is plugged in to the shore power. The Jeep has a 17.3 kilowatt hour battery, and if you do some napkin math, that's like 1,400 amp hours. There's some conversion where it converts it from the DC to the AC power, so you do lose some power, but at the Texas rally, we boondocked for 4.5 days, and it went from 99% power to 75% power. So it can last a really long time to recharge your.
So we're seeing this transition in the camper world. It's like enormous portable power stations with rechargeable generators when you get these plug-in hybrids. So you're getting a nice free charge at the campsite. You already paid for your electric. It's a beautiful Jeep. I see that you're all ducked out. But what we're talking about here is you actually put an inverter on the battery of this hybrid, so you can use it like a power station to get AC power at the campsite. If the campsite does have electric, you could charge up for the next off-grid adventure there. But when the battery gets low, the engine is actually designed to charge this very quickly.
Yeah, you can actually set it to, instead of using the hybrid power or the electric power, you can tell it to use gas. And then if you go wheeling or on a trail on your Jeep, you can tell it to charge the battery while you're pushing the brakes and going downhill.
Like regenerative braking.
Yeah, and I went from 50% power to 95% power in a 20-minute drive. So you can really get a lot of electricity out of the Jeep, especially since it's a generator basically as well.
Very impressive. What a nice companion for a tiny camper. Now with the 4xe model, how's pulling? How's your gas mileage? Is it bogged down like my Jeep? Or?
Yeah, so when I'm not pulling just at home, I work from home, so I don't have a long commute or anything. I get like 36 to 39 miles a gallon just because I charge it every day at home, and I just don't have to use that much gas. In fact, I only fill up the tank when we go on camping trips. When I'm towing the Bushwhacker, I get about 17 miles a gallon, so it does go down significantly. The the electricity doesn't really recharge on when you're driving on a highway. It only really recharges when you're stop and go
Right.
in city traffic.
So the gas savings really materialize in your daily driving, but for camping, does it feel like it has power? You pull in the hills?
Yeah, honestly, I forget that I'm towing when I'm pulling the Bushwhacker, and sometimes I have to just remind myself that I'm towing something because it just tows so easy. One thing that helps is I bought a 12-inch extension for the hitch.
Swing your tailgate out.
Yeah, well, I still can't open the tailgate with the extension, but at least I can turn, like make 90-degree turns with the
Got it.
extension. Yeah, I'll need to do something different if I want to be able to open the tailgate.
All right, well, I had a blast. What a unique setup. Definitely a gem of a tow vehicle. Haven't seen this yet. I love the retractable soft top and love what you're doing here. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Yeah, thanks.
And we got a fun day planned here at the North Carolina Bushwhacker Rally, but we appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you.